Taser, yeah, he's out.
They didn't.
Tase again.
There's no way, brother.
Going for tase. What? Hold on, I'm reloading. Going for tase again. Here we go. All right, set me up.
Was that the only one doing it?
Between every tase, I like to give people at least like a good 5, maybe to like 10 seconds of letting them run. Obviously, depending on the significance of the crime is when I'll go down. But between each tase and tackle, just so like people aren't getting spam tased and feel like they can't even get away, I give them a good like 5 to 6 seconds to run. I don't know how Bruce and Helen feel about that, but that's how I patrol.
I feel the exact same, and also, I've noticed that when you do tase them very quickly after I'm gonna speak very frankly, after they've come out of the animation, stuff happens like that where they'll just stand there. I was unable to move, and therefore unable to continue fleeing. I was being tased, and then I go into the tasing animation. So you end up incapacitated for like 3 times longer than you really should be after getting tased. If you notice that happening, don't like exploit that to catch them. I usually just kind of like, hold.
Yeah.
While they're standing there, if they're standing there not moving and you've just tased them, they're being tased then.
Yeah. Okay, can I keep it frankly?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
cool. So I know this one, the animations, that. Is it okay if I tase and I do this on accident, if I don't even try to go for the cuff, I just let them get up? Is that okay?
Bro,
Yes.
like I'm gonna be frank with you, bro. Ever since 5 years ago, bro, if there's a lot of times where people are like, oh, beat that person or do this, I'll just be like, oh, I slipped or I dropped something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if you feel like something is getting a little bit too hectic, if you feel like something's getting a little bit too hectic to the point where you're feeling like power gamey or somewhat of
Hi.
hey, if you're feeling power gamey or like a situation is getting real scuffy or fucked, me personally, I have no problem with you kind of giving people some leniency, but the leniency can't be so much as if like you're just like not doing anything at all.
Yeah,
it has to be like, you get what I'm saying, right? I'm
yes,
So
I understand.
Some really common examples. There was a week where like tasers were hitting really hard. And we would pick people up if they went down from getting tased.
Okay.
Because of that, because it was like tasers were like a one-shot kill for a minute.
Okay.
Another really common example is if someone gets tased and they slide under a vehicle that they should not have slid under. Like, that happens sometimes with pickup vehicles and stuff. Like, we will kind of pause things and pick them up and be like, oh no, they like got back in the car. To like reset the scene and let them, continue fleeing, because nobody wants to get caught to scuff. We don't want to catch people to scuff.
Yeah, that's boring shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last heads up I'll give you, this is something that I personally do, and obviously I take my lashings for it. If people do get mad at me for doing it, it is what it is. I mean, when you're a cop, I tell everyone this: when you're a cop, like in this city, it's a lose-lose. You're always going to get in trouble somehow. You just got to know how to roll with the punches and just take shit on the chin.
Okay.
With tasing people out of vehicles, I normally just tase them once, and like I'll miss the second shot on purpose. I don't like spam tasing people out of vehicles.
Yeah, me too.
If they resist cuffs and get in the vehicle and they start fleeing away, we probably already got like 8 officers on scene, so we can just continue the pursuit. I will have no problem with you saying, "Oh, I missed over the thing," and letting them drive away. If that's something that you want to do, if you want to, like, you can technically tase them twice, but me personally, I tase person once, I cuff them, they resist. If they get back in the car, I'm most likely going to let them drive away.
Okay, so it's up to me on this what I want to do,
and
right?
what kind of cop you want to
so,
be, right?
So
there's a window of acceptable, W chasing behavior, and tasing is a really good example of where there's like some wiggle room on what kind of person you want to be.
Okay.
But I'm kind of in Romello's camp of like I don't want to animation lock someone for 30 seconds so I can cuff them 3 times and
Okay. So quick question. So I don't wanna, so in my opinion, right? If I'm gonna tase someone out the car, okay, and they break the cuff, I think, oh, I don't even think I can go for another tase. I should get back in my car. Do I have to porn acting and pretend I have to go for another tase and miss, or can I just get back in my car and say?
It kind of depends on the situation, right? Like if it's just you, if you're there alone, you shouldn't be outside of your car for that long. If you've got backup, if that's the only car on scene, like I would play it depending on what's going on. Like if there's 3 other interference vehicles, you're about to get rammed, you know, you should get in your car.
Okay.
Also, again, within that window, I'm going off of how the rest of the chase has been. If this has been going on for 2 hours and they've done like 8 swaps and they've been assholes and they've been ramming cops, I'm gonna be trying a little bit harder to get this shit to end, right?
Okay.
Versus like, you know, like I might tase them out of the car twice, or I might, you know, be a dick or like trying to pull them out of the vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
all I'm trying to give you a gist of is don't feel as if, because there's going to be a lot of cops are going to have different opinions of me, Helen, and Bruce. So some cops may be a little bit, like Declan said, some people are a little bit more, you know, badass cops where they want to, you know, get the 95. I'm not really of that. If I get them, I get them. If I don't, I don't. I'm still competent when I do my job.
Okay.
I don't want you to feel pressured to act a certain way. All you gotta do is follow SOPs, and whatever you want to be, OJ, is that's who I want you to be.
Okay.
All right?
Cool guy.
So if you want to go through someone, if you want to tase someone out of the car once and get back in the car and chase them, so be it. That's how you want to police.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I am going to tell you there are going to be situations where either you're going to get overridden or you're going to have to do what you have to do. Okay.
Yeah. If you got someone on command yelling at you on radio to tase them out of the car for the 3rd time, that's when you know, quote unquote, miss your shot.
Yeah.
If that's you know what you want to do.
Yep. See, exactly. That's why I said I porn act and I
Okay.
missed or I dropped this. You know,
Okay,
kind of cover
okay.
my ass, but the car.
And that's up to you. You can listen to them. You can tase them out of the car for the 3rd time. It doesn't matter. You're not gonna get in trouble though either way.
Yeah. I get you.
Yeah.
Like I might get yelled at, say, hey, you did shit job, but I'm not gonna get like fired because I missed a
I've never had
tase.
anyone
Cool.
yell at me for missing a tase.
Well, I don't know. It's you know, I don't know. Maybe.
But yeah, you know, I get what you mean.